gonna give you a plugin or a piece of gear, and you hit me with plug if it's something you really love to use, unplug if it's something you actually don't like, and you can say bypass or make inactive if you've never used it before, and I can kind of talk about it.
If I've never used it, I say bypass to make it active. Got it.
Yeah, right. You
Okay.
also don't have to say the things, but
Okay. There's gonna be a lot of bypasses on this because
that's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
cool.
It happens. I had someone on last week where they knew one out of like the 7 I asked.
Okay,
And then I talk about it. It's a good way to promote plugins, I guess. The first one is Isotopes RX11.
Bypass.
Oh, you should get it. It's great.
Okay.
I'm a big Isotope fan. It's like the thing that like use it like it's RX. It fixes things. So it's like if you have like clicks and pops, or if you have like noise bullshit,
All right.
and it's like you're a Pro Tools user, so you can just like use Audio Suite. Where if like you or yourself, like your singer has like a lot of like noises. I literally
I have a lot of that, so I don't have to go in and manually do this.
Yeah. No. So you just like open up the Audio Suite thing and you click like they have like it's literally called mouth declick.
Oh,
and you just like
phenomenal.
highlight the section that like has a lot of mouth clicks and you just hit render and then they're gone.
Isotope RX11.
Yeah.
This is going to also change my game because I have to go through manually and take out all my clicks.
Oh yeah, they also have like a declick where if it's like there's clicks in like a drum or like a loop or a guitar, it just like you press a button and you're like, oh, they're gone. This is amazing.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it does a bunch more. Like same thing with like noise, getting rid of noise, like unwanted noise from something. And it's gotten really crazy. They have like a declip where like let's say like someone's saying too loud and they clipped.
Whoa. Does it sound good?
Like it sounds better. It's like
it's not like it's gone, but it's better.
But it's way better. It's like, oh, this is now usable, as opposed to like this was unused. Anyway, it's a really incredible. Like I think if you're making your own records, like everyone should have to have it. Kind of a plugin.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So this one, I already know the answer, but I wanted you to talk about it. The Waves CLA 2A.
Plug, baby. Plug that. People talk all kinds of trash about the CLA stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Everyone has entitled their own opinion, but I love the color of the CLA 2A. It just does it doesn't work on everything, but I like the way that it hits my vocal. I just like the color. I like how it kind of is aggressive. Because like the UAD one is really good, but it's a little surgical.
It's a lot more
really
subtle
clean
too.
And it's subtle and it's not the response isn't super fast. But the CLA, man, I love it. I swear by it. I don't use it on a ton of stuff, but when it's right, it's perfect.
And it's so funny because it's like it's actually the CLA 2A is actually not like real LA 2As. You're right. It is so much faster. I feel like
so fast.
Yeah, compared to because I have like one made in my Audioscape that I love. Their Opto LA 2A, and I've used a couple real LA 2As, and it's just like that does not react in the same way at all.
No.
And I'm curious if like he has a specific LA 2A that like it's like a mod or I don't know. I'm always curious about that kind of stuff. But when you're running your vocal through it, like how aggressive? Because you said you like to compress it a lot, but like for the Jake Scott vocal sound, like how much gain reduction do you usually hit it with?
I'm at like 12 o'clock, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hitting it pretty hard. I just like for the longest time. Again, before I had the real like vocabulary for it, like I was like, why do all the vocals I hear on the radio feel so tight? Like they all feel, and then my vocal feels so loose. Like the loud stuff is super loud, the quiet stuff is I lose it, and I'm like, it just feels like it's all over the place. And then I saw a compressor working, and I was like, oh, this is the answer to the problem. So I just really I like that. I don't volume automate ever.
Yeah.
Never,
I'm a big clip gain guy.
Right.
But
a lot of people are. And a lot of people, especially in Pro Tools, will like use the clip line or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll go through and like hand automate the whole thing, which is I totally respect. I have done it like once in my entire career.
It's a different result. That's the thing. It's like if you like a compressed vocal, you're not gonna like clip gaining. It's a different process.
Right. Yeah. And for me, like I like being I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that. I don't like to go through and take the time to go and like hand do the clip gaining, but I just really like the LA2A, man. It's awesome.
It's funny. Even the CLA2. Even talking about clip gaining, it's like I used to be. I mean, I still am like super hard on clip gaining, but now it's like it's the same kind of thing. It's like I forgot how much I actually like compressors compressing. And so I still clip gain, but I actually don't clip gain like nearly as much as I used to. Where it's
Yeah.
like, no, I want the compressor to like do the thing. I'm just like kind of controlling it a little bit more
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
making it a little bit more even. Where there were a couple like 2 years where it's like I wouldn't put a compressor on a vocal and I would only clip gain it.
Whoa.
Yeah, mind you, I was compressing going into it though. So
Okay. I was like,
yeah.
you're a brave man.
Yeah, so there's that. Like before I was using a distressor, a real distressor. Now I have my 1176 here that like I hit pretty hard, but still. Okay, let me move on to this next plugin here.
Come on.
I'm curious if you use this because I know you have a real Juno, but the Arturia, their analog lab that pretty much has like all of their like synths and stuff.
Okay, both plug and
Okay.
unplug.
Okay.
I love the Arturia stuff. As far as like fake Junos go, I love the TAL.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
It's like
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah.
If you dial it, it's awesome. I
Yeah.
have it on so many. Now that I have the real thing, I almost always default to the real thing now
Yeah,
because it
but
just
same. I have a real one too, but then sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I want this like thing to be like exact, and I just want to write the MIDI in.
yeah,
And I'll
exactly,
use the
exactly.
toger.
Well, I mean, you can send the MIDI to
No, I
things.
do, and I do that sometimes too.
Yeah,
But
but I totally know what you mean. Like there are
yeah,
times when the fake one is just like there's a cleanliness to it that you need, and that I have done the same thing. Like I can't get it on the real one, and I'm like, okay, I just need that thing.
yeah,
And I like how you can make it like surgically perfect on like
yeah.
the timing and stuff like that. But
What are some of the stars in the Arturia one that like you're like, ooh, they do this,
man, I
synth really
love their
well.
Mellotron a lot. I really like it. When it's right again, there's no replacing the real thing.
Yeah, I know. I
And
used to like that. That was funny enough. That was my go-to Mellotron. Although I think Omnispheres is actually really good too.
I haven't used Omnispheres.
Oh yeah, it's like in there. They have like a whole thing called Tron, and it's like that's all like their Mellotron stuff. And they sampled a real Mellotron. That's why I think it's really good. But I have a real Mellotron now, and I'm just like, oh, there's no going back. Like,
Dude, yeah, it's true. Josh Kerr has a real one in his studio, and every time I'm there, I'm like, damn it, this is a Mellotron.
yeah,
This is how it's supposed to feel.
yeah, dude, they have that. I mean, it's what I have. It's the micro one. It's $1,000, and it's like obviously it's not cheap, but like
Yeah, but it's
does,
not.
it does the thing. And I use like me. I'm like again, I'm such a Beatles fan, and I use the Mellotron like almost every day. So I'm like, okay, I've gotten my money's worth.
My money's worth out of this thing.
But I will say what I like about the Arturia Mellotron is I like that I can put my own samples into it.
I've never done that.
Oh, it's fun. It's like a different way to like sample stuff. Yeah, it's like
You
I
can use like all like the effects of a Mellotron.
exactly. Yeah, it like
Okay.
does the Mellotron thing and like how it's like pitch shifting it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've done I've done it a couple times and it's like, oh cool. Like this is like usually I'll just put it into Ableton or like Contact or whatever, but like putting it into the Mellotron like does a different thing.
Totally.
So,
Totally.
yeah, people should try that out. It's fun. Next question. I'm curious if you use this company and all, but they're maybe one of, if not my favorite plugin company, Gerd Hertz's Trem Control.
Okay, so I was talking to a buddy of mine about Good Hertz. So I have to say bypass because I don't have any Good Hertz stuff. But he's a mixing engineer named Pedro Coloni, who's a baller. He mixes almost all of my stuff. And he was telling me how good the Good Hertz stuff is. And I started looking into it. I did a couple like demo trials and stuff like that. And I gotta say, like, it sounds awesome. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of it yet, just because I've been working on songs that like don't really call for it. But like whenever I get to one that's like, oh, I need that thing.
They're like, to me, it's like they're very highly creative plugins, but they're also very utility based, right? Where it's like Trem Control, it's a tremolo, and it's like you can use tremolos for like it's my favorite tremolo. It's what I wish I had it in a pedal form because it just like does the thing and you can really get, shape it to the exact way you want. Like I love it on, Rhodes. Like that's what I'm normally going with.
Nice. Yeah.
With that, I think if you buy, and you or listeners, if you buy any Good Hertz plugin, I think their Tupe, Tupe plugin is, it's a tube tape plugin that also has like an opto compressor and an EQ in it. Ooh. But it just like, I use that on every record multiple times. It's just like it's a coloring thing where it's just like I put it on the drum bus or I put it on a guitar or I put it on, whatever. And it's just like, now it's just like a thing where it's like, oh, now this feels like a record.
Yeah.
It's like more iconic immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. That plugin is like, I can't live without it now. they could charge me $1,000 for it. I'd be like, yep, I guess I have to buy that
I guess
because
I have to do it.
yeah,
Wow.
this is luckily it's not that much.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I feel like you would like it. It's like it does a thing where it's like it warms it in a way, lives on my drum bus, and ends up on many other fun things.
Love it.
All right, next plugin for new people and maybe yourself. We ask on every plug or unplug because we just get funny responses. CLA vocals.
Oh man. I gotta say, I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. Unplug.
Just because, like, I get it. If you have just a dry, raw dog vocal that you've got and you want to make it sound good, or not good, if you want to make it sound better instantly, throw CLA vocals on there. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't sound as bad now. But like, there is no nuance to CLA vocals. It just is what it is. And it makes everything super chorusy and compresses really, really harshly. And it's just not my thing, man.
Yeah.
I love the idea of somebody inventing a plugin that's kind of like a one-stop shop, which I think UAD is doing that.
They just said they made that top line plugin that's actually really great. I just used it the other day.
Okay, I haven't used it yet.
I don't know if I'll ever use it on like a lead vocal.
Sure. Yeah.
But I would tell people who are like demoing, I'm like, no, you should use that. That sounds great. I've been using it for like ad libs. And it's just like fun because you can just kind of like go through presets and like stumble on to something because it has basically like for our listeners, like this new top line plugin, it's like an all-in-one vocal thing, right? Where it's a compressor, a tape, coloration, then it's got delays and reverbs and everything. Yeah. So it's like all there and you can just like I said, like stumble upon something and it sounds honestly quite good. It's really good. So
I'm interested because like when I saw that they were doing it, I was like, okay, this is smart.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to do this. Like you said, for the person who doesn't know anything and they just want to sound like better.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. But
yeah, I think it does like yeah. I would tell people like now, like before I would tell people like, yeah, get CLA vocals. Like it's gonna make your vocal sound like upfront if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But I would probably tell people now, like get the top line plugin because it does it and you actually have like way more options. Yeah. And I think too, because it's not just like 5 fucking knobs. It's like you can actually like learn a little bit, but it's like, okay, why do I like this?
Yeah.
And you can actually like see like how much it's compressing versus just like pulling a lever up and being like, okay, I guess. Right. There's good and bad to both.
Yeah, totally. That's really good. Does it have like tune in it?
It does have a tuner on it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like for someone who like you can have one plugin and like, oh, that's my vocal chain now. Done. Like, cheap. Really good. Yeah. I've been quite impressed with the plugin, really. Last plugin is usually a plugin that almost everyone should know about or have used, but it doesn't mean you have. It's the Slate Digital, the VMR, the Virtual Mix Rack.
Yeah, yes, I have heard of it. I have never used it.
Yeah, it's good. It's another plugin thing because it's like, again, it's like a subscription thing, but it's what I tell all beginner producers to get. It's like for this low investment, you get, because it's for you or maybe our listeners who don't know, it's like the Virtual Mix Rack has like 30 modules in it. Gotcha. And it has like clones of, an LA2A, a 76, a distressor. So you actually get to like learn how all these things function. Yeah. And I don't think they do any of those things like the best, but just like understanding and learning how to do it. Yeah. And like the presets are actually really great. Like I use their presets on there for like kicks and snares all the time. Yeah. For live recordings where I'm just like, let's just see how this sounds, like do the thing. So I don't know. They're really great. And especially for like people just starting out where money's tight, it's like a very low investment thing.
Yeah. That's huge. One that I've been loving lately is the God particle.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I was so slow to do it, but Josh Kerr was like, bro, you've got to get the God particle. Yeah. And now like it's the first plugin on my master bus now.
Yeah, everyone's on it now because it's just like a thing where it's just like, okay, this just sounds good.
It just makes it better instantly. And you're like, oh, yep. Clearer, louder. Now the limiter's a little intense on it sometimes, but
yeah, I used to use a limiter, and now I'm back on using the isotope limiter. So basically, I'm just using it. I guess it's like multi-band compressing and coloring in a way. Yeah. Well, dude, I've taken up as usual, far too much of your time
This is
on the
no,
podcast.
I love it, bro. I love it.
But we're going to end here. But before we end, we've been asking our guests this season if they have any advice for aspiring songwriters, producers, or even in your case, artists. Advice that you wish someone gave you when you were first starting out.